So, I heard you're looking for a go-to source for entertainment.
Wait for it.
Gaming?
Wait for it.
Anime?
Plus Ultra!
Mr. Eric Almighty and Phil the Filipino? Yeah, they've got you covered. And all you gotta do is wait for it. This is the Wait For It podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wait For It podcast. I am your co-host, Phil Smith, aka Phil the Filipino, and joining me as always is your other co-host, Mr. Eric Almighty. And Eric, we are returning here for what is quickly becoming one of our favorite series here in the podcast, something that's really unique and has allowed us to highlight some really, really awesome content creators. And this month is absolutely no different from any other, because we have an old friend who has managed to create a brand that's just really exciting. We love the opportunity to work with people, of course, that are local here in Jacksonville and highlight what they're doing. And Eric, I cannot wait to have this conversation with our guest today.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I mean, we've had a lot of great interviews. Obviously, this episode being released in the month of August, that means you've listened to the Bull Matt Suri interview episode, and we had so much fun interviewing people. And that's really what inspired this series, but more in a local or smaller way, where we just talk to small businesses, creators, voice actors or actors out there, people out there that are just trying to, make a living out there, show off their art, their talent, whatever it may be. And this is why it's really exciting that we've got Jay here from Urban Weirdo, and we've known each other. I've got your shirt on. So we're big fans. We like you. Jay, how you doing? And thanks for coming on.
Of course. I'm doing great. It's a hot Saturday. But yeah, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. It's good to be here with y'all virtually. But,
virtually.
Yeah. I got to see Eric in person the other day. Phil, he was probably below my eye line, so I probably just missed him.
Just missed him.
It was like 3 minutes. Like 3 minutes before a short joke. And so, you know what? Forget it. You know what? We're not doing this. Eric, never mind. We're done.
Let me just take this off.
Short episode. But yeah, no, Jay actually delivered my order. I put it in order. Right before we plan to do this episode. So this is one of the shirts that you guys are seeing here. We're going to be doing the link in the bio for everything Urban Weirdo. You see it on Jay. And honestly, Jay, that's kind of where I want to start with you. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff, but I want to focus on Urban Weirdo, the apparel, and everything that you've got going on. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to do this. And, how long have you been doing it for? Because, once it's got on my radar, I really started checking you out and checking out what you've been up to. And it's been pretty amazing.
Thank you. No, for sure. I just started the actual business aspect of it, I'd say like September of last year. Still very new. Still just trying to find my spot, figure out what works, what doesn't. As far as like what got me into it, as you can see, I am a collector of things, there's much more on the other side too, but I feel like I've always been just a weird guy, and when I was younger, it was definitely more apparent, and it was something that I always felt like I needed to hide. When we were younger, the things we like now and the things that are mainstream were not mainstream. It was not out there for everyone, and it was very much so a kind of a stigma, I want to say, that just made me personally feel like I couldn't express it. I couldn't express what I truly liked. I just wanted to fit in with the cool kids. I just wanted to, just go with the flow. And as I've gotten older, I've definitely just realized that if it makes me happy, I'm with it. So I created Urban Weirdo. Before this, I was getting into painting. So I was getting more into my artistic side, I guess you'd say. And I just brought it into this because I always felt like I could never find shirts that I really liked. There was always some kind of compromise that I had to give with a shirt. Either it didn't feel that great, or it might have a great design, didn't feel good, or feels great, design sucks. it wasn't really my style. So I started throwing some things together, and I came up with Urban Weirdo, and that's where I'm at. I'm just trying to be a big kid and do some big kid things.
No, it's been awesome to see you, man. And I kind of want to ask you, like you said, it's been since September. And, I'm hoping that a lot of people will listen to this episode and hear your story and certainly be inspired to create a brand like you're doing, and that's what's so great about this is whether it be a small business, whether it be t-shirts like for you, or whether we do podcasting or voice acting or whatever. What is a piece of advice you would deliver to somebody that is, for whatever reason, they're just hesitant to get into, again, whatever it may be that they are looking to pursue as far as their small business? What is it what kind of advice would you give them?
Literally just do it. I mean, it seems like a very daunting task. Like it's I will say I've run into a lot of speed bumps, and there's been a lot of things that I didn't know I needed that I just found out as I was getting into it. Don't be intimidated by all the paperwork you got to fill out, because there's a shit ton, and things still pop up. Like I got a letter the other day from St. John's. I'm in St. John's County. I got a letter the other day saying, "Hey, we just found out that you have a business here in St. John's County. You haven't registered with us. You have X amount of days to do it." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know I needed to do that." Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just, there's a lot of ins and outs, and there's a lot of things that will, if you let it, it'll scare you away from just starting. You know what I mean? And the hardest part and the easiest part is just taking that very first step. Whatever it may be, like you said, if it's a clothing brand, find out what's in your area, find out what you need to do, just do it. If it's, there's so many groups that can help you get started, can answer all the questions you have. I've joined like 15 Facebook groups for just random different aspects of business or of branding or marketing or whatever, So, there's a lot of resources out there if you look for them. Just get out there and start.
It sounds like a theme. Oh, sorry, Eric. I just want to say that's a theme that, we hear for pretty much everyone we've talked to through this series is find a community. Find a community that's going to support you, but also tell you what you're doing wrong, doing right, give you that advice. So that seems like a constant, Eric.
Yeah, and embrace your weird, I think, is just a really great motto to live by, a brand. Like, I absolutely love it. So, Jay, tell me a little bit about, what has inspired you, or what is a source of inspiration from both like a hip hop, anime, and fashion sense for a lot of the designs that you're doing and maybe future designs that are coming up?
Well, I've always been the silly goose. So you'll see some of the things are like the goose banana shirt. I try to just reach into the different aspects of what I personally like, my personality, but then also, like you said, just influences. So definitely, like with the ice cream shirt you're wearing, I love graffiti, and some of the things that I've done, like I have these monkey sculptures that I just found them somewhere, and then I just took them home. I had some paint pens, and I just started painting all of them, just graffiti, So I'll definitely pull in some graffiti into it. I'm definitely wanting to try to tap more into like an anime style on some future projects. I'd say the biggest difficulty with that is just licensing. So it's like, how do I portray anime without doing a particular character or a brand or a license that's going to come and bite me in the ass down the road? So I'd say that's definitely one of the biggest hurdles with that aspect, as far as like wanting to pull into my, just the animes that I love, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
But graffiti definitely is heavy for me. I've always just loved the style, all the different nuances of graffiti, because there's just endless styles and different variations. So there's a lot to pull from.
Yeah, I love that. And Jay, I know when you came to deliver my order, you came in this just small car. I think you were on the opposite side of where I was expecting you to be driving. And then you've also been like showing up at like pop-ups. So like, how has that been, getting to interact with the community and going mobile? Yeah.
So I was pulled up in Tiny Van. It's a Japanese import, so it is a right hand or a right side drive. So that's the weirdest part. I love just pulling up next to people at the red light, and they're like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here. So, it's always fun. And it's the tiniest little thing. But I did get it for pop-ups because, the daily driver's a two-door. I'm not fitting anything in there. Um, so the pop-ups have been great. A lot of these events, even if there's not that much turnout, I just get to network with other vendors and other small businesses. And, that's another great, great, great resource, great inspiration because they'll tell me things that work for them, don't work for them, even if we're not in the same field. It's just great to have other small businesses that are out there grinding with you to just, help build you up. So I've built a great network with a bunch of people, friendships. I have some vendors that'll be like, hey, are you doing this one? And I'm like, no, probably not. I'm like, all right, cool. When you sign back up, let me know because I'm going to sign up when you do because I just want to be by you so we can just, type situation. And it's definitely great meeting people. And when they come up and they're asking questions, even if they don't buy anything, I don't care. I just like to talk. I just like to shoot the shit with people. And so we're just sitting there talking about what I like, what they like, what weird is for me, what their weird thing is, and it's cool. It's cool getting someone to come up and be like, yo, I love this design. I'm like, thank you, I made it. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird because I'm an outspoken person, but I'm not out. It's hard for me to speak up on myself. Does that make sense? Like, I can talk to you about anything, but when it comes like time for me to like tell you why I'm great, I'm just like, I don't know. Why do you think I'm great?
I'm so good at being humble. I am the best. I am the best at being humble.
Yes, Phil was the most reserved out of our high school group. Yes.
Yeah.
I am great at subtlety.
Oh my God. I definitely can relate to that, Jay. And I think you're doing such a great job with the brand. You mentioned a lot of the things that you do have, that you're selling. What is the premium item? Like, what is the thing that you are the most proud of out of your current inventory? So you mentioned a little bit about what you want to do. Is there an item out there that is your favorite design, or it has some type of significance or importance to you more than the others?
Yeah, I can grab it.
Go for it.
All right.
Look, he's even got the plate.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I definitely say there's two. So the first thing is one, I just love this design so much because, like I said, I'm always with the jokes, no matter what it is. If it'll make me laugh or make somebody else laugh, I'm with it. So I got the Goose Banana shirt, right? And obviously, if you don't know yet, but so I got it in a pin too. So because I love pins, I'll stick them anywhere. The kids love them. They'll put them on their backpacks. They just are obsessed. So when I got these enamel pins in, I laughed for like 5 minutes just because it is the silliest thing to me. And it is one thing that when people walk up at the events and they just see it, they'll be like, oh, is that and I'm like, yes, it's a Goose Banana. So on the shirt, it says, I just want to feel this moment. And then he's got little glasses too. So good. And it's just so many layers involved to it because one, it's a banana. At first, you just see the banana and you're just like, oh, that's awesome. It's like, wait, is that like a duck or a goose? What is that? And it's like, oh yeah, it's a goose banana. And they're like, oh my God, does he have glasses? I'm like, yeah, he's got glasses. And then they'll be like, what? And they're looking at the shirt and it's like, I just want to feel this moment. And it's just layer after layer, and it's just the joke just keeps coming. So I love the pins just so much. I think they're great. And then the Embrace Your Weird shirt. This is definitely my favorite one. One, because it has the slogan, it has the motto, it has what this is all about for me. This is all about me embracing what makes me weird, and what makes me weird makes me me. You know what I mean? And on the front, it says weird in Japanese. It says Henteko, which is Japanese for weird. And I had an actual professor look it up for our spell check everything.
I was going to say, you're sure that's what it says, though, right?
No. It says it. I had to make sure. I was like, I'm not going to come out and it says soup. You know what I mean? So
walking around with a shirt that says twat or something like that.
But in all honesty,
I like that shirt.
I was thinking about doing that too. Just getting the shirt and putting whatever else on the back and then just putting something stupid on the front. And they're like, what does that say? And they're like tell them what it says, the stupid thing. They're like, why? Like, I don't know, just because. You know what I mean? But yeah, anywho. that shirt definitely hands down my favorite one. I love the goose banana design too. So those two things are just top of the charts for me. Nice little
Pins are good. Yeah, like you said, pins are a great idea. People love pins. Those are always, especially at conventions, Eric, those things fly off the shelf. So that's a really great idea. What about a piece of merchandise that's like you haven't done yet, but that you would like to do, like whether it be design related, or is there something you want to do on something else that you haven't gotten to do yet?
I'm ready for the cold season that we'll have for like a week here in Florida.
In February.
In February, because I love hoodies. I love hoodies with a burning passion. So I'm really excited to have a hoodie, and I have a design that I'm like 98% sure I'm going to put on it. I haven't done the design yet. I just like sketched it out and done some stuff with it. I don't know how in depth I want to go about that as far as the design itself, but I'm really looking forward to some hoodies, man.
People,
I almost want to just move just so I can have hoodies for longer throughout the year.
I don't know. I feel like people will buy hoodies even if it's hot outside. Like people will buy a jacket, they'll buy a long sleeve. I was at the yellow. It's actually in the background of this video. I bought that yellow card long sleeve, knowing I'm not going to be able to wear it until December. But I got it because it's cool.
I'm ready.
I can't wait for that week. It's going to be a great week. So I'm going to wear it every single day. So
yeah, that's kind of like when I bought that Chainsaw Man cardigan at the convention because it was cold that day.
Inside. Inside. It was cold. It wasn't cold outside.
Inside. Yeah.
No, it's collecting dust until the one day in December that I might be able to wear it. So no, I totally feel you. Maybe the whole day, maybe. But no, Jay, I mean, this has been really cool getting to kind of talk about, what you do. And like I said, the second I saw it, you started following and liking our stuff on TikTok. I went to your videos, I started checking it out, and I was like, well, hold on, let me go to the site. And I just fell in love with a lot of the designs, a lot of the things. And I can definitely say as a customer, not just because you're on here, the shirts, super comfortable. Again, eye-catching designs, super cool things that you've got going on. So we're going to be big fans of yours for quite a bit. And can't wait to partner with you, again in the future. Whenever we can, we try to support local creators. Phil, we talk about Nakama like nonstop. I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about Urban Weirdo apparel in the same breath. But I do want to ask you, Jay,
Thank you.
As we kind of wrap up the conversation on this and we move into some more maybe casual or fun stuff in the episode that we got planned, I want to ask you, if someone hasn't made the jump or tried or seen your product, what's the one thing that you think that they need to know before making a purchase? Please.
right. Yeah, please. Thank you. Helps my kids. I got kids. I got to feed them. No, in all honesty, here's my thing. I've never been one to force things on people. Check it out. Look at the products. If you like it, if you have questions, I am a very responsive person. I will answer whatever questions you have. Like you said, I take pride in making sure that you get quality, and I take pride in knowing that when I get something for you, or if I'm presenting something to you, I am going to make sure it's the best that it can be. And if it's not, I'm going to fix it. You know what I mean? And so I'm always trying to upgrade everything I do with the packaging, with the, just the materials I use, the anything I can source in, I am going to research the hell out of it because I am OCD as shit and I hyper focus on things. So just know whatever you're gonna get, you're gonna love it because I love it, and if I love it, that means it's awesome. So I don't know.
I think that's great.
And also, if you're anything like us, you talked about just not being able to find a shirt, whether it be comfortable or not liking the design, like you're so in tune with that, so that that just goes to show that you're going to put that much effort into presenting a product that you're going to wear. You're not going to put out something like that
Exactly.
you're not going to back. And then, like you said, with Eric placing his order, and then mine also coming out here soon. But you just got I think there's a lot of stock in. I couldn't find the product that I wanted, so I made it. You know, that's huge. You know, so that's definitely something to keep in mind as well. So.
Yeah, and the link will be
what he said. So
what he said.
Take my answer out and just put that in there.
Just put his there.
Substitute. Yeah.
Oh, sounds like Phil.
No, that's
Wait a
minute. No, that's Jay. No, I think this has been fantastic. Again, super excited to have you on to be able to show it off. The link in the show notes, guys. Definitely make sure to check that out. We'll have a couple visuals added to the episode as well. And it's not just shirts. As you probably caught on in the video, as we've added those things post-production, they got hats, shoulder packs, the whole 9 yards. Of course, I had to get some accessories with my shirt. So, and pins, you heard it here. So really great stuff. Jay, we can't wait to continue to talk about Urban Weirdo for the rest of the year, see what's coming up in the future, and probably make more purchases. But what we're going to do now is we're going to transition and just, again, very casually, we all know each other. So we're going to just play a couple games here at the end and also ask a couple casual questions on a personal level. So first off, Phil has started, before you jumped on, talking about fast food condiments. So if you are a fan of fast food condiments,
okay,
we're going to get into a quick conversation here.
So
and we'd love for you to join because he's very passionate about it.
Listen, okay, I'm glad that, very rarely is there an opportunity where you're like, man, I wish I could talk to people about this. Oh, I'm going to be talking to 2 other people later today. I had some Wendy's for lunch yesterday, and I got some nuggies, really good, solid nugget. And I got their sweet and sour sauce, and I thought to myself, I think Wendy's has the best sweet and sour sauce out of fast food. Now, I think we're going to get a lot of pushback from the McDonald's crowd. I know there's some Polynesian fans out there as well as from Chick-fil-A. But I think the Wendy's sweet and sour sauce just has that little bit of like extra sweetness to it that makes it really, really good. What we're going to have to do is get some McDonald's nuggets and dip them in Wendy's sauce and maybe do some science here, guys, I think. So I want to get your thoughts. Not only who has the best sweet and sour sauce, but who do you think has the best condiments in general when it comes to fast food? Because I've been thinking about this for way too long.
Well, listen, Chick-fil-A, they just go that extra step, man. It's their pleasure to top off your meal with the best sauces that they have. But in all honesty, though, PDQ. PDQ sauces hit so hard. Whatever that like garlicky, ranchy, whatever that is.
Yeah, the ranch is good.
I'll put
the thing
that on
about
anything.
PDQ is they do everything good but chicken.
Man, yeah, it's not the best. It's
like they have great shakes. I think their fries are pretty good. Don't they have like truffle fries? Yeah. The only thing is they don't make good chicken, and that's why I don't ever go. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, condiments are fine. I'm like the weird guy that will order a hot dog and eat it plain. So that's where I am. I wish I had more to add. So Jay, I'm glad you were able to chime in because like, I like just recently got introduced to spicy ketchup like a year and a half ago, out from Whataburger.
God,
I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know.
It's good though.
It's so
really good.
I like it. Yeah,
especially since Whataburger fries are hit or miss. So you need that spicy ketchup.
So you need that. Yeah. You need that little extra thing just to distract you.
I'm gonna put this out there. You talked about ranch, and I think it's really a bummer because their fries are terrible. But Burger King has elite ranch.
Burger King,
but their fries are so bad.
Hands down to me. When I was a kid,
they were solid.
I distinctly remember Burger King fries were at the toppest of top levels. And then I don't know what happened. Either I just grew up and realized that they sucked, or they just changed their recipe and they started sucking. But either way, I used to love their fries so much. And I just like why? Like, I don't know what they do now.
If it wasn't for the Whopper commercial, I think Burger King would be out of business. I honestly don't know what they do well now. Like, their breakfast is okay, but now that we have Wawa and Whataburger, even Wendy's breakfast is pretty good. It's not the best, but it's decent. It's not bad. Yeah. So, to go back to Polynesian is good, but it's so thick. It's a really thick sauce, and if you like, I don't know. Sometimes again, something about that Wendy's sweet and sour Yeah, really good. Again, Eric, I guess, just eats dry chicken nuggets, so he doesn't have anything to.
Just raw dog and chicken nuggets. He's like, whatever.
What kind of sauce do you want in your wings? He's just like, none. No.
Okay, well, wings are a different story. Wings require a sauce. I'm not a dry rub chicken guy or a plain guy.
No, not for you, apparently.
No, but like, I mean, yeah, no, for things that would normally go with condiments, like I'll get chicken nuggets and I'll get like barbecue sauce, but I won't like use the barbecue sauce a lot of times.
So,
he just doesn't use the sauce.
So do you put anything on your hamburgers, or you just eating raw?
Oh no, I eat hamburgers.
Dry.
No, I eat.
Like,
I don't eat everything
bread.
Dry. It's just a thing. No, like just dry sandwiches. There's no mayo. I eat a bagel.
He goes to Publix
no
and just gets a dry sub.
No, it's just the things that you would normally associate with condiments. It just doesn't happen like that for me a lot of times. Again, I'm sorry. More like handheld items. That's the way I would describe it. Handheld items, I just don't use the condiments a lot of times. It makes
we did just go to SmackDown in Orlando, and you got a pretzel with no cheese and a hot dog with no condiments. So that makes sense,
that's what I'm saying. And again, Phil will tell you I have a hard enough time holding all that together without it falling on the ground.
That's horrible.
It's tough. It's
now
tough.
I'm hungry.
All right. Well, you're the one who wanted to talk about condiments, Philip. So did that give you the pleasure you were looking for, Phil?
I feel like we need to do a bracket, so we'll revisit this later.
Okay.
Yeah.
After we
I
do
really
the
like
soup
the
bracket.
taste test idea though.
No soup. Yeah, we gotta do the taste test. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, chicken McDonald's nuggies. You get sweet and sour from the stupid
Wendy's.
place you said. Yeah, and then
What? How was that?
the good sweet and sour. The only sweet and sour that matters, the McDonald's. And who else makes some? I don't know, probably Burger King just for like a
God,
a
I
fail.
can't imagine Burger King sweet and sour is good.
Oh my God. All right. Well, transitioning the conversation from fast food condiments, that took a left turn very much. Listen, Phil was in the mood to talk about it. We went with it.
Thanks for humoring me.
Yeah.
Of course.
So Jay, we talked a little bit about some of your interests and some of the things you're passionate about, and one of those things, you mentioned being anime. Curious, every anime fan's a little bit different. You've got your classic anime fans, you've got your new gen, and then you've got a mix of the two. Where do you fall? Are you like sticking with the classics? That's really like your fandom. Do you watch anything now? Like, what does it kind of look like for you?
Got it. I'm more of a mix, but I lean more towards newer gen stuff. There's still a bunch of old classics that I've never seen that I get shit for all the time that I just started rewatching, and I'm kind of like, oh yeah, this is great. Like, but again, if I would have watched it when it first came out, I probably would have loved it more. But I've been spoiled by all this beautiful, cinematography or whatever you would call it. But yeah, I mean, I definitely get down with the new stuff for sure.
What is what are some of the shows that you're watching? Like, what are some of the big hitter ones that we'll say in the last like 2-3 years have been just like heavy hitters, top of your list? Like, what's up there for you?
Like new stuff?
Yeah, new stuff.
I mean, 100% Demon Slayer, Chainsaw. That was, oh God, I just love that show so much, man.
There we go.
What else? Shit, now I'm drawing a blank. I love Goblin Slayer.
Okay, I've heard good things about Goblin Slayer outside of the first episode.
Love that. The first episode, I was like, "What is this?" Like, it was rough, but the show is just great. It's just I just love that show, man. He's just so single-minded, and I'm just like, I'm with you on this one. What have I been watching, man? It's because you asked me. I'm just gonna blank out.
Eric asked
right.
Eric
obviously
asked the
my
question,
hero for sure.
Yeah.
Eric asked the question about old anime because he wanted to know if you watch One Piece or not. I can see it in his eyes. He wasn't going to outright say it, but he just wants to talk to people about One Piece, and I'm not watching it, Eric.
I'm still so far away.
In my life, watched it. Not a single bit. I'm really weird about like the way some styles are, like some
The animation styles,
exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm very, and some of I just can't. It just gets me. I'm just like, nah, I don't want to watch it because of how it looks. And then that bites me in the ass sometimes, and I like go back and watch. I'm like, oh, I should have watched this a long time ago. This is great. But
So we're not recommending Mob Psycho right now.
I just started watching that.
Let's go!
I just started watching that the other day. It's just the funniest shit to me.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
What else? One Piece for sure.
Well,
Not
One Piece came out in like
One Punch Man.
1974.
One Punch Man, yeah.
That's why it looks like that.
Well, no, the One Piece characters are like purposely oddly drawn. Like that's just the
I get
designs
it.
and all that. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get it. And getting into the older anime is hard. Like that's been a difficulty for me. I'm never gonna watch Naruto. I was a Dragon Ball Z kid. I was a Dragon Ball Z kid. I never went into Naruto. I'm not going back. I'm not gonna go watch Bleach.
Okay, but listen. Watch Naruto, but watch it without all the filler episodes. Save yourself like a year's worth of time, and you'll enjoy it. I promise you will. Because Naruto is
I mean, I'm sure I would.
fucking bang up.
I have like 900 episodes left of One Piece to watch. I can't
Then don't.
I can't come off the train.
So then,
Yeah, you can just stop. You can just
make
stop.
the better choice. Make the better
Yeah.
choice.
You can just stop watching.
I've been watching Cowboy
Wow.
Bebop recently too. I've been trying to not trying to power through, but I've been trying to finish that one up. I enjoyed that one. It's
Yeah, it was
definitely one of
good.
those older.
I finished it and it was a little bit of a chore. I mean, I enjoyed it. I understand why people like it, but
Yeah,
I probably
for
would have
sure.
liked it during the time it came out. To your point,
Exactly.
like
exactly.
that makes a ton of sense. And Phil has like just started his anime journey, so Chainsaw Man. He's just getting into Demon
just
Slayer.
started is kind of. I mean, I've been watching since 2017 when you forced me to watch Attack on Titan.
You watched like,
and
you
I
watched
was like,
three
what is it?
episodes.
And I was
Titan.
like, what is this? Huh?
Yeah,
Please tell me you love it. Please tell
Oh,
me you
yeah,
love
it's
it.
fantastic.
You can't say you don't. Oh,
No, it's fantastic.
beautiful.
I have
Get in the egg.
my autograph Mikasa right here. So,
it's peak cinema.
Eric is mad because I've now started my own anime journey separate from him, and I'm watching stuff that he hasn't recommended because I find stuff on my own now. So
What are you watching?
I just started Heavenly Delusion, which is really, really
Okay.
good. Fucked Up. Everyone's really horny in that, by the way, if you guys watch that show.
Okay.
And then I just Zom 100, which I think, Eric, you're going to start here soon
Okay.
as well. Really,
Yeah.
really good. And I just finally started my Demon Slayer journey. So I just now finally started watching that. Really, really enjoying it. I've gotten through the first season relatively quickly. So
Yeah, up
and
until now, he believed that they were a band because he thought Nezuko was playing the flute. And
They
it
are a
was
band.
getting on my fucking nerves.
they are a band.
They're
I've
not.
seen them play the drums. They're a
They're
band.
not.
Demon Slayer.
So who favorite character on Demon Slayer so far?
I like the
So you
guy
got
with
through the
the
first season.
what's the guy with the pig mask?
Inosuke.
Sasuke?
He's
Yeah.
fucking nuts. That guy is insane. I like him.
Out of his fucking mind, man. I love it. I'm here for all of it.
Yeah, I'm a Tanjiro.
Oh, also-
Tanjiro guy. I love Tanjiro.
Also, I've been watching.
Although
yeah.
Rengoku, for how much we got him, was great.
Yeah.
I love, and then
Yes.
Tengen's great too. So
Yes.
I've also been watching Blue Exorcist, which is really good. I feel like
Yo,
Blue,
I love that show.
I feel like Blue Exorcist is like Bleach light. Like it's like a couple things are like removed from what Bleach was. It's not as good because I
Okay.
watched a couple episodes of Bleach,
Yeah.
and obviously Ichigo is Ichigo. But I feel like it's like if you don't want to watch Bleach and you want to watch something less important, like Blue Exorcist is a good show. And that's not the best like ad for it, but if you
I
don't
get
want
what
to
you're
watch
saying.
Bleach,
I get
you
what
know
you're
what I mean?
saying. Yeah.
I think it's pretty.
You got
good.
that time? Watch these 2 seasons.
Yeah,
There
it's
you go.
solid. It's
Yeah.
solid. So I have.
I've never seen Bleach. I got to get on it.
Yeah, I've watched like maybe 10 episodes illegally because I didn't know where to find it. So, I streamed it online because I had to start from the beginning. And to be honest, I don't
I got
even
a
know if I
website for you.
started
I'm
for
just
the.
saying.
Okay, perfect. We'll talk about that off air. We do not, here at the Wait For It podcast, we do not support the the illegal pirating of
Never.
any type of
Never
media.
would I ever. No, I'm telling them about my store website. Yeah, that was a yeah.
I'm gonna stick. I have a Crunchyroll account, so I'm gonna just.
To transition here, Eric, unless you had any other anime questions, I did want to ask something to Jay because we used to run into Jay all the time throughout the Infinity Saga for the Marvel films. We would just be at a theater, and you would just be there because we would always be on the same schedule. And I want to ask you what you think about the current state of the MCU is, because post Infinity War and Endgame, it's been
Garbage.
a mixed bag. Yeah, okay. Well, you said it.
Garbage.
And
Hot garbage.
I have no plans on watching what is it? Secret Wars? What's out right now?
Secret
I don't
Invasion,
I heard-
which is
I heard
getting
it.
fucking
I didn't even know.
shit on.
I didn't even know the name of the show.
It blew balls. It is getting just.
They've oversaturated the market.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, they've oversaturated the market. There's too much now. What do you think? Again, you've already touched on it a little bit here. What do you think about the current state of the MCU, and also what can they do to fix it if they can?
I feel like and I get different crowd now. A whole different world. I feel like they definitely dummied it down. Like they made it more about kids and stuff. Like I get what they're trying to do, but like what's his name? Love and Thunder.
So bad.
Thor, yeah, so bad.
So bad.
It felt way too campy for me. Like, you know what I mean? It was just too much about jokes, and that's just not what it's supposed. Like for me, that's not what it was supposed to be. I don't know, man. I don't know how they can fix it. I feel like you said, it is oversaturated. There's way too much. They've just been cranking things out with Disney, and I just don't know. I still haven't seen She-Hulk. I don't know what that's about.
She-Hulk's not bad.
Heard good things about it. Yeah,
She-Hulk was
it's pretty
fine,
good.
but they do this thing where they like make fun of the MCU formula, and then Secret Invasion turns around and just does the CGI fight at the end, and then that's how a lot of these things end. Like, it's kind of interesting story. Let's drop it all. Big CGI fight, and it's like we don't.
Yeah.
You can't be self-aware and then keep doing it. That's
Right.
not how that works.
Yeah, because She-Hulk gives us Daredevil, which is nice. And I think what's her name? Tatiana, the name of the actress that plays She-Hulk. I think she's
Maslany.
Yeah, I think she's very good. I think she's a good addition.
Yeah.
But again, it rushes to the end. Again, like Eric said, it does the whole thing where it's self-aware and then disregards it going forward. But the Marvel shows have been hit or miss. I know there's been a lot of Moon Knight hate online recently, which bums me out because I really love Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was great.
I mean, I got a tattoo of Moon Knight after seeing the show once, so I really committed to that bit.
He can't show us that.
And
tattoo.
no, it's a great tattoo.
Okay. I thought it was. I like that. That's nice. That's nice.
So, they've been hit or miss. Eric and I are not excited for Loki season 2. We really did not like the first season. There's just so much coming down the line. They want to do Young Avengers, and then they want to do this, and they want to do that, and like you said, it's a mess.
Yeah, I feel like they spent so much time and energy in starting from the beginning and just telling that one big story. You know what I mean? And now I feel like it's just so many different little pieces just over here and over there and over here and over there. I just don't feel the connection like I used to. And maybe that's just me, but it really felt like when you were seeing this, when you went to the movies to go see Civil War, when you went to it was like, I am pumped for this. Like, this is going to be great.
There's no buzz around them anymore like there used to be. No Way Home was the last one they were able to do that for. No Way Home. So I can't imagine how they're going to pull that off again. It's really, I mean, they pulled off something that's never going to happen again in film history. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that we can ever buy into a villain like we did Thanos. Like, I don't think it's not going to be Kang. And maybe the only one could be, what is it? Galactus? Is that the one that maybe that's the only villain left? Yeah, that's it. And I don't know, they're clearly not going that route now. So I don't know. Yeah, Eric, I want to talk to Jay about that because, again, like I said, we always used to run into him at these when MCU was peak MCU cinema. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was an event to go out. Those movies it was. So, and it bums me out that it's not that way anymore.
No, I agree with that. I think I think it's bad. I think it's just not going in the right direction. DC, this is the chance. If they're gonna ever do it, if they're gonna ever take over, this is the chance when Marvel is down.
What do you mean?
No,
I don't think they can. Their animated movies were always it for me. I love them.
Yeah, they still are.
They're still. I mean, okay. Have you seen the new Superman? That's on.
No, the anime one.
HBO.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
Yeah.
It's. I don't know how to feel about it. I just started it today. I'm on like the second or third episode. I don't know how to feel about it.
He has a Sailor Moon outfit scene. What do you mean? I want to watch it.
He does have a Sailor Moon outfit. And I saw, this looks familiar. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about it. I just don't.
What, Jay,
I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, though.
What are you thinking about this new James Gunn DC direction? Like, they announced a few things. They've already cast another Superman. Like, is there anything at all that you're looking forward to? And I only ask that because, like, I kind of get the vibe, talking about the animated side, like they're kind of going in the direction of the animated series, which I used to love, like the Justice League. That was my DC experience.
Batman,
like,
the animated.
majorly.
For sure.
Yeah,
for
Batman
sure.
the animated
Batman
series. So, like, is
Beyond.
there anything at all that you're like looking forward to, or have they just been so bad for so long that it's just not going to happen?
Go, man.
Oh God, what happened?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
So good. So good.
Why was that hidden
I love
like
this
that?
thing,
Why,
Oh, because I had to sign up. Yeah.
I was like, there's a whole vault.
Right. Honestly, man, I don't know. DC has hurt me so much. They just let me down so much. It's one of those things where I'm just gonna have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I never really could. And I'm a stupid huge Henry Cavill fan. So him not being in, I just can't. It hurts my heart.
When you have a nerd involved in your projects, keep the nerd.
Keep the nerd. Keep him.
It's not
Like
that
him not being
difficult.
Geralt anymore. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm not watching that. I'm not watching Witcher anymore. Sorry, I know that's not what we're talking about, but anyway, yeah, no,
It's Cavill. It's
I don't
DC
know.
adjacent because it's Cavill. It's okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very big on keeping the same people in roles if they're doing good at it. Hugh Jackman has been Wolverine for 23 years.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. If
Yeah.
somebody is fit for the role, let them ride. Especially if they want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. With the direction DC's going, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens because it hasn't. They've always underperformed for me, so I have no
Aquaman next.
I have no kind of expectations.
Woohoo!
No.
Aquaman.
Nobody is.
Black
Stop, Phil.
Adam 2.
Yes.
God.
Boy,
All
what
right.
a
Well,
bad
Put a car and
anyway.
throw Vin Diesel in. Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, okay. If you just didn't want to keep that conversation going, you could have just said it respectfully, Phil. You didn't have to
What do you mean?
completely shit on it. All right. Well, listen.
Amber
as
Heard. Sorry.
Stop.
Sorry.
As we
Oh, he
wrap
said
it
shit on
up.
us. You had to bring her up.
Exactly. As we wrap up, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna play one game, and we did this with our buddies over at Your Friendly Neighborhood Gamers. I don't think, Phil, we're gonna probably play it the exact same way, and I think they took it from like a podcast they listened to.
Yeah, so we're just stealing it too.
offhandedly.
So
Yeah, and we're gonna give it a try. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I picked 5 movies on IMDb, and the only description I'm going to give you guys, you're going to have to guess what the movie is, and we'll see which one of you guys get it first. So we'll do a best out of 5. I'm going
I've
to
seen Phil
only...
guess.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm
it's
gonna
hard.
give
I'm on the spot. I don't like TikTok. You're putting me out there.
I am going to go over 5 movies with you guys, and I'm only going to go off of the Parents Guide on IMDb. So I'm going to only provide details from the Parents Guide. I'm going to avoid spoilers, and we're going to go hard, medium, easy. So we'll go 3 rounds for each of these films. Whichever one of you guys guess it first. There's really no cap on guesses.
We get one.
So.
Oh, so okay. We're not going to do like one guess per a hint like they do over there.
No.
Okay.
and then if we regret that, Jay has been
The guinea pig.
The guinea pig. Hey, I'll take it.
All right. So this first film, these will all be films. So these will all be movies. This first film is rated PG-13 for intense sequences of sci-fi action violence, brief sexual humor, and language. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple of hints on each category. And if you want to shout them out, like if you think you got it, go for it. But I'll go through the full list and then we'll see if we need to go to medium. So sex and nudity is mild. Throughout the entire movie, one of the characters is seen in shorts and a tank top.
Ooh.
Violence
on.
and gore. The violence and gore is moderate. And the enemy infiltrates Air Force One, and while attempting to upload a virus into the military database, is attacked by CIA agents. Profanity
Air
is
Force
moderate.
One.
Transformers.
Profanity is moderate. One use of hose.
Transformers? Is it not Transformers?
It is Transformers. That's so good. How did you get
what,
that?
the first one?
Okay, you said the first one with
Yeah.
Megan Fox, because you said the tank top and the shorts, and then you were
yeah.
going to the plane and uploads the thing and gets stopped by the CA, the little robot dude.
That's so funny.
I do not
All right,
remember
so
that.
Jay's got one.
I'm a movie vault.
This is gonna be a sweep. I'm excited. All right, next film. Next film. This is going to be a this film is rated. Let's see what we've got. Why is it not telling me? I'm pretty sure this movie's rated G. Yeah, this movie's rated G. No, this movie's rated PG. Sex and nudity, there is none. So we're gonna move to violence and gore.
Damn.
PG really changed from when I was a kid.
Violence and gore is mild. And one of our characters fights off the enemy in the final battle. However, this was done more for comedic effect. Profanity, there is none. A hint there is a use of the word idiots. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking, there is none. Frightening and intense scenes is moderate. One of the characters is thrown off the edge of a cliff but grabs onto the edge and is... That is very good job. That is the Lion King.
Who says idiot?
Very good.
Zazu?
I don't know.
Oh, I think Scar.
It's
Probably
Scar.
Scar.
I'm
Yeah, it's
surrounded
Scar.
by idiots.
Yeah, it's Scar.
Idiots, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good. So we're 1-1.
Yeah,
All right,
Phil.
this
I'm on the
might
board.
be competitive. This might be competitive. I'm excited.
Makima.
All right. All right. Third film.
Batman.
No. No.
Oh, I was like, holy shit.
That'd have been really. I would have quit if
That
you
would've
had
been-
gotten it.
That would have been pretty funny. So third film that we're gonna do here, rated PG-13 for intense sequences of sci-fi violence and action throughout, and mild drug references.
Sweet.
Sex and nudity, none. There is a scene where a character appears naked, but nothing explicit is shown. Violence and gore is moderate. Throughout the movie, multiple villains are killed by the heroes. There's occasional brief spurts of purple blood.
Power Ranger? No, that's not PG-13.
Oh, that's a good guess, though. Profanity, mild. Pissed off is said. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking is mild. One of our characters offers another character a drink and says, if it's all the same to you, I'll have that drink now.
Avengers, the first one.
Very good job. That is the Avengers. All right.
The Chitauri. Purple. I was like,
Yeah.
purple blood.
Yeah.
That was what I was getting stuck on. I was like, purple blood.
I was
What
thinking of
movie had
Ivan
purple
Ooze.
blood? I know, as soon as it popped, like, Ooze.
All right, Phil, 2-1. Let's
Phil.
go ahead and go to the next one. And this film is rated PG-13 for intense sequences of violence and some menace. Sex and nudity.
That movie's
Sex
a
and
menace.
nudity is none. During an evening meal, a woman wears a very low dress.
Mm.
Violence and gore is moderate. There are extremely persuasive and frightening moments of menace and threats, primarily by the main antagonist of the film.
I've never heard menace used
Iron
as a verb.
Not Iron Man. Profanity, a few uses of the word hell. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking. We see a drug dealer, no on-screen drugs though. Someone is smoking a cigar, and some people drink, but they're not focused on it all. Frightening and intense scenes is severe. A
Oh.
dead man is seen hanging briefly.
Oh.
And that is our first round for this film. Do either of you guys have a guess before I make it a little easier with the medium examples that I've got here?
Wizard of Oz.
No, not the Wizard of
okay.
Oz. Shit.
That's more of an urban legend.
I got nothing. No,
Okay.
it's there. I got nothing.
All right, let's go again. Sex and nudity, none. On a sailboat, several women in the background are wearing bikinis. Violence and gore, again, moderate. One of the characters hits a girl when deciding not to kill her.
Damn.
Profanity, still mild. Few uses of the word son of a bitch. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking, still mild. A man quickly drinks 2 shots of whiskey. And then frightening and intense scenes. One of the characters tells several upsetting stories about his scars.
Batman. No, I already said that, didn't I?
What Batman?
The Joker, the Dark Knight. Dark Knight.
Yeah, there we go. Good job.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight, yes. So the Dark Knight, Batman did come up on this list. All right.
Oh, the hanging dude.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
The fake Batman
he threw out of the window.
Yep.
That was a hell of a jump scare when I was when did that movie come out? When I was a
It came out of nowhere. All right. Here's our last one, and this will be the tiebreaker here. Very interesting tiebreaker. This is gonna be funny.
Oh God!
So this film is rated PG for mild language and some crude humor. Sex and nudity is mild. There are several dirty jokes in the film, but young viewers shouldn't really understand them. Violence and gore is mild. At least twice in the film, one of our protagonists falls from a high height. Profanity is mild. One of the characters is called a stubborn jackass.
Shrek.
Is it Shrek?
Good job, Jay. That was Shrek. Shrek. Oh, man. That is so funny.
We both had the realization at the same time, but he said it like a second faster.
Right.
It's a second faster.
Wait.
Shrek. Yeah.
That is too good. Very good job, Jay. Very good job. But yeah, that is our episode here, guys. Hope you guys had a lot of fun listening. Again, Urban Weirdo, you got to make sure to check it out. Again, links will be in the bio. Jay, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. And really, again, it was really an excuse to get to reminisce, get to talk a little bit. It's been a hot minute since we've had like a full-on conversation, adulthood, family. Dude. All those things
kids, man.
Getting in the way. But Jay, we really appreciate it, and we cannot wait to do more with you in the future. If you would, just kind of here at the end of the episode for our listeners, let us know where we can find you, social media, or any other plugs that you want to make, whether it's future products that you're working on. I think we kind of touched a little bit about that already. So any future plugs that you want to make or where you are on social media.
For sure. First off, thank you all both for having me on here. Like you said, it was good to just catch up, but also I appreciate the exposure, definitely. As far as like where you can find me, you can find me in these streets. No, let me stop. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of it. It's Urban Weirdo Apparel. Spelled just like it sounds. Nothing special, nothing crazy. But yeah, I'm on it all. My TikTok, I just do silly stuff with the kids for the most part, just because I don't know what else to do on TikTok. Instagram is more like, posts about the actual brand, upcoming shirts, upcoming designs, any new changes or anything I'm doing. And then Facebook is just there. But no,
it really
honestly,
is.
It really is. Jesus. But honestly, again, thank you all so both very much. I really do appreciate it. It was fun making fun of Phil and his sweet and sour sauce.
Anytime.
And,
Anytime, yeah.
Yeah, that felt racist. The sweet and sour sauce comment felt racist.
Just a little.
What are you going to do?
All right, you heard it here. The next shirt from Urban Weirdo.
Yo, if you make a sweet and sour sauce
sweet and sour,
we'll
let you use Phil's likeness.
Okay, hold on a second.
Sold.
I don't know.
I don't even have my notebook. Hold on. I'm gonna write that shit down. I'm making sweet and sour. Yeah. It's happening.
Well, no, Jay, like Eric said, this has been a blast to catch up with you, man. It's like I honestly can sit here and say I am proud of the three of us for making out of some of the habits we used to have when we were a little bit younger, and to become the people we are today, to become the nerds that we are today, and the entrepreneurs that we are today. So everything for Jay and Urban Weirdo will be in the show notes of this episode, along with our link tree if you want to find our social media as well. Keep up with us on Twitter and TikTok. That is where we are most active, as well as Instagram. And if you want to support the show a little bit more, you can leave us a 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That is a great way to shoot us up the charts and help us get noticed. But if you want to support us a little bit extra, Eric will let you know how to do that.
Yeah, and that is for patrons like Briar who are supporting the show on Patreon. You can get early access to select episodes, video versions of some of our audio-only episodes, and a lot more over on that platform. You can also support us directly through our Buzzsprout page if you go to the site directly. At the very least, your likes, your comments, your shares, all of it is so much help, especially on platforms like Instagram and TikTok. So please continue to do that. We truly appreciate the support. My name is Mr. Eric Almighty. That is my co-host, Phil the Filipino, and our guest, Jay. We release new audio episodes on the podcast every Monday and Wednesday with bonus content on platforms like TikTok. And all you got to do is wait for it.
So, I heard you're looking for a go-to source for entertainment.
Wait for it.
Gaming?
Wait for it.
Anime?
Plus Ultra!
Mr. Eric Almighty and Phil the Filipino? Yeah, they've got you covered. And all you gotta do is wait for it. This is the Wait For It podcast.